Can we stop and talk about why your dough is soupy and impossible to work with? Hi, I'm Annette, micro baker in Chicago and owner of Dough My Goodness Bakery, and I'm here to help you simplify sourdough. If you just got your baby starter to double for the first time, you might be itching to bake a loaf. So you mix your dough and then it turns soupy and unmanageable. Let's talk about why that happens. I get this question quite a lot, and here's the kicker. Many new sourdough enthusiasts don't realize that their starter is, well, a baby. When I ask if their starter is new, often their answer is a week or two, maybe a month or two, and then they genuinely seem shocked to learn that their starter's not quite ready to bake with. And I get that, because the entire sourdough community tells you that when it doubles, it's ready to bake with. I wish people would stop telling people that. It's just not true. So let's clear up a common myth in the sourdough community. Just because your starter doubles, it does not mean that it is automatically ready to bake with. Also, the float test, not reliable. A young starter often lacks the strength and the robust microbial balance that is needed to create the structure and the strength required for a great loaf. So here's the scoop. The only way to develop that ideal balance between the beneficial bacteria and the wild yeast is through time and consistency. Keeping your starter at room temperature is crucial. This allows those microorganisms to flourish. The yeast just can't thrive at temperatures below 40 degrees. It just hasn't had enough time yet for it to be strong enough for your dough to rise properly. And then this can result in a soupy mess and a dense loaf, even if you've done everything right. So what's the solution? I want you to gradually increase the ratio that you are feeding your starter. If you jump up the feeds too much, too fast, it can get very sluggish. So for a baby starter, a gradual ramp up is advised. And as you continue to gradually increase these feedings, it gives your starter some time to gain some strength and maturity. That doesn't mean that you can't experiment with baking until it matures. There's not one magic moment, like when it doubles, that your starter's guaranteed to be strong enough to leaven your dough. Just remember, your first tries may not be perfect. And that's totally okay, because it gives you some time to practice in the meantime. I also think that early sourdough fails help you better appreciate sourdough as a craft. And it makes that perfectly fluffy loaf that much more satisfying. You'll get there. Just keep watching my videos. I want to hear from you. What challenges have you faced with your starter? Happy baking.